So Lucifer White Star Lines. Like I say, um, Lucifer White Star Line. Starline, me. Um, so one of the things I did, of course, was being Lucifer Starline, builder of the White Star Line company. Well, inventor and all that. Um, Triple expansion steam, you know basically what it was. Curved spoked wheels and star-shaped things. Star. So also the circle dot or circle with a dot and stuff like that. That was my nuclear department in Europe, basically. I believe it was a circle with a blue dot or a dot, basically. They were my nuclear department um, in Europe. They handled all my nuclear stuff, all the high end or whatever, something. They were some special group, basically. I guess the RAF or whatever. Anyway, though, so toys for children. One of the things I forget, I think we began with little wooden cars or little wooden things that I'd have. I think it's because I had all these wood cars and all these other things for doing construction and for doing shipbuilding and stuff like that. And maybe it was because I had some people that didn't have legs or missing an arm or something like that. Because like I said, I didn't like to just kill people or hurt people. I just say, just have them do something light duty, basically. So, you know, and so I think it began, we were building little toys for children. I forget exactly how it was. And so I forget how it started exactly. But anyway, so when I set it up, and we set up little shops or something like that, I forget the old days, but we were having toys built. And then what I had it set up was set up little stores and stuff like that. Like everyone knows about my store and my dealership and stuff like that. We used to sell bridles and horseshoes, and there's like a blacksmithing shop and stuff like that. With like if you look at the White House, that one side that's a big square thing, that used to be a big barn or a shed or something like that, and it used to have they used to have horseshoes and stuff there for the mine and stuff like that, and other stuff, because there's a giant mine that goes all the way from the ocean all the way up past the White House and to the Washington D.C. building, and two offshoots or something like that, and one really deep too. So I think it had its own water supply or something like that. So anyway, I forget exactly what the details are on that one, but that's another thing is a lot of the old miners were killed. Someone was going around and killing the miners that worked in that mine after it closed, the White House mine, or White Star mine, I guess. I had White Star, Red Star, Blue Star. I had a couple different star mines, and Lone Star, North Star. I had a whole bunch of mining camps, basically. Um, like I said, they're free camps. I didn't believe in chaining down my workers. I didn't believe in any kind of handcuffs or any kind of chains. Like, if the people didn't really want to work, then they took off. So, and I guess we'd always say, out there, you're not protected, whatever. But at the mine, you'd get safety and security and like providing of clothes, shoes, stuff like that. So, like the Irish would tell people, we were a conglomerate, basically. I mean, I'm at the top. I'm Lucifer Star, but it's the leader of the White Star Lines, inventor, everything, basically. But and the creator too. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Anyway, though, but the point is, though, at the end of every year, um, uh, I was having toys built, I guess, for some children or something like that. And at the end of every year, I'd have the toys. If the toys didn't sell, we'd put them in the stores and stuff. And I had all the toys put to the stores, and any toys that didn't sell would just be given away to the children, the needy first, and the ones without, and then on up. And the people with money would buy toys during the year or whatever. They didn't. It's kind of like one of those side things, because I had the Titanic and everything else, and I was doing a toy store. I was doing stores, and I wanted a toy store and stuff like that. And the thing was, most people don't buy toys for their children. They don't have enough money. I mean, the choice between a shovel and a toy for your kid. What are you going to choose? You're going to choose the shovel. If you need new tires for your car, you're probably not going to go out and spend money on toys. So, so I was losing money constantly, and I didn't care. You know, you know, basically, I don't know if the toy monk. They say toys make money now, um, but back in the old days, they didn't make money, and I was just covering it as one of the costs. Like I said, public education and education in general, and schooling and the teachers and stuff like that. That's me. So I believed in a public education system. So that's kind of how it kind of went around. Like I said later on, it was Jimmy Carter or someone that was saying cast out Lucifer, cast out the defiler, cast out the defiler. Um, and they were saying Lucifer's a liar. Lucifer's, he lies, he cheats or whatever, he steals, he's greedy, or something like that. They were saying all kinds of shit about me. Lucifer White Star Lines, owner of the Titanic and everything. But like I said, if you go back and you look at the White Star books and records that the Germans had, there were pay schedules, and like everyone got paid. The problem, of course, was that people would go to work, and we set up a key system where you'd go to get your little wooden key card. And like I said, there's 55,000 people working at the LS shipyard, basically. So, I had all these people that I was paying, and all these people that, so the Germans were doing the accounting and everything else like that, and all that. And like I said, I never, I never threatened anyone. I don't think. Well, some people did, maybe. I don't know. But we suggested and stuff like that they paid or whatever, or and mostly like I say, you just pay at the front door, at the gate. So the rules would be posted, so because people would be like, well, we didn't know, blah blah. It's like, okay, fine, we'll post the rules from now on, and then, just like my Auschwitz camps, all the rules would be posted at the gate. These are the rules of the camp. So anyway, like I said, I'm the creator, and basically more than that. It doesn't really matter what I am. I am Lucifer Starline. And I was a really great, awesome, caring person. Life form. And I created more life forms. Exoskeletons, 1.5s, Lippin Stallions, and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it's a long, long story. But basically, like I say, at the reason why Christmas also got started, I think there was a massacre at Christmas time too. I forget. So at some point in time, someone killed a bunch of people at Christmas time, but ruined my Christmas. I don't know. Anyway, though, but at the end of the year, the toys would always be, or at the beginning of the new year, or whatever, the toys would always be given out once per year, and that would be last year's toys. So they'd spend all year long making toys, and they'd sell them in the stores. And if they didn't, anything that didn't sell would just be given away at the end of the year, to all the kids. Needy first, and then on up, and whatever. So those who could buy toys, who couldn't buy toys, would get them anyway. So toys for children, and like I said, the children's parade. Like I said, my mining camps always had like goats and cows and stuff like that. So it's kind of like more like a farm parade sometimes. Sometimes we just have like a farm parade or something like that. I forget exactly what they did, hanging signs or something. I don't know. The floats and stuff like that, and petting zoos and stuff. So kids could pet. City kids could pet. The goats and stuff. I don't really, like I said, I don't really know. I don't really care. Like I said, there's a fair amount of money inside these bank accounts, and JFK, like I said, they stole it. They stole the money, and then they walked down the streets, cursing out the parents and cursing out the kids, and even exposing themselves, like grabbing their genitals. So anyway, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Rodney was part of the Yeller group or something like that. The Yell group. They lock in position and they scream really loud. They were doing all this stuff, and like they were playing it off like it was all pranks, but it wasn't. People were dying all the time. They were killing people. So, stealing all the money, kicking like they stole all the money, and then they kicked a bunch of kids out of an orphanage or a building and turned it into like, I don't know, a clubhouse or something. So anyway, Like I said, there was like, I don't know, one time 38 kids or 40 kids inside this house, and you know, they decided that they would rather have it than the kids. So they kicked them out on the street, just moved them out and out in the cold, and stole the money. So anyway, I guess they figured kids couldn't defend themselves or couldn't do anything in court. Like there might even have been an age limit for going to court, but basically, all these kids were just out on the street, in this one country. So, and it might have even been freezing. I don't know. So, yeah, JFK was a real piece of shit. Anyway, though, so basically, probably the Jehovah's Witnesses are probably doing the whole Lucifer was a liar. They're just calling me a liar. They said Lucifer lies, Lucifer cheats, he steals, he does this, he does that. I did nothing. Lucifer White Star lies. What, Brian lies? Brian Nathaniel Alexander Bradley lies too? Yeah. So, anyway, like I say, I don't really care. I'm 99 trillion years old, creator of 12 types of life forms and 12 or 800 galaxies. They thought after I was Brian or whatever, I would become and do that and go back in time. And it's like, no, that's something I did a long time ago. So, like I said, over the years, I just became this huge mining conglomerate, and not just on Earth, but 400 planets, and even with other life form types. So, just a miner. Mining and shipping. So, anyway, yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? So, yeah. That's how toys for children and stuff like that. Like I said, I always valued or cared about children. And even people who didn't have a leg or an arm or something like that. Even the exoskeletons. I actually began it with exoskeletons a long time ago, too. When they would lose an arm or a appendage. Like I said, I had limb replacement for exoskeletons. So, yeah, like I said, Rodney and Rick Bush were always fucking with me, going, ever diminishing results, blah, blah, blah. And doing all this shit to me. Talking shit to me, saying how I wouldn't succeed, I wasn't, I wouldn't win, I wouldn't blah, blah, blah. Like I said, they were just part of the Yeller group or something like that. Maybe even did some Ku Klux Klan, whatever, clowning. I think they used to call them clowns or something like that. Just a sheep, and they would expose themselves and all kinds of stuff. And walk down the street cursing out the children and the parents. And supposedly being paid for it. They were just sucking all the money out of the accounts, though. Once the money was dry, they went on to something else to see if they could get the money from that. So, just going from country to country, town to town, just taking what they could get. Unlike the gypsies, which were actually going and entertaining people and actually protecting children and all kinds of stuff. The gypsies were good people. Anyway, like I said, I had no relation to the Ku Klux Klan. I had no relation to JFK, really, or even Rodney. Exactly. I did have Rodney or someone working for me that was a soldier and something, but that was a long time ago. And somebody else. So, got a lot of people, though. Rodney used to be a good soldier, but he was a lot younger back then. And a clone, probably. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I had a lot of good soldiers, a lot of good people, a lot of good miners. So anyway, that's how toys got started, basically. Anyway, so yeah, humans were a little bit different. And like I said, I was lavishing a lot of love on you guys, or a lot of love on my humans, trying to make my women so gorgeous and so beautiful, having fine clothes made for them, fine jewelry that hang off their gorgeous bodies, showing off the human form and stuff like that. So, anyway. And yeah, so Lucifer Starline's me. So anyway, basically, Kennedy, or, like I said, Ku Klux Klan, three Kennedys or 3K, or, You know, realistically, there was 4 or 8 brothers or 8 people that look exactly the same. So anyway, they're supposedly brothers, but they weren't. They're just clones. First clone project, 1920 or 18 something. So anyway, then they were trying to cover up the fact that there's twins in the world and all that and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, oh well, you know. So the truth of everything.